To me, worship really is about giving God everything. He doesn't need our gifts, He doesn't need our talents, He doesn't need all the things that we aspire to be. God really wants us here today, all that we are in this day. Psalm 22 talks about how God inhabits the praises of His children. And when you think about that, and you think about how when you go to church and worship God and you sing praises to Him and you pray to Him, people automatically assume that that's the only time that we can worship God. But God inhabits our praises when we're standing doing the dishes at home, when we're looking after our kids, when we're making the dinner, when we're going to work. God is there if we are worshipping Him and we're talking to Him and we're giving Him everything, our thoughts, everything about our lives. He's there with us to meet our needs. And one of the things I think a lot of people struggle with is this fear that they're not worthy to worship God. Maybe they've messed up and they just think, why would God want my praises? He's a holy God. But God calls us to come just as we are to Him, because He looks upon us as a loving parent would look upon their child, and He sees something beautiful. He sees something that He's created and that He desires to worship Him. So for me, worship's more than songs, it's more than singing. It's a life of response to a Creator and a God that loves each one of us. And I always think of that song, turn your eyes towards Jesus and look full on His beautiful face, and the things of earth will go strangely dim in the light of His glory and His grace. And life isn't easy, it's tough, but God calls us to worship Him even in the midst of the tough times. And when we do that, the things that seem really big to us become really small in the light of His glory and His grace, because it's all about Him. So that's what worship is to me. It's a lifestyle lived for and in and through our Creator God.